talk this one before they arrest me. And if they arrest me now, self, this same youth self could come still laugh.
I'm going to try to be as careful as possible so I don't have the DSS running to my doorstep. But let me break it down for you guys.
And I would not want to be arrested when the message had not spread.
And arrest the messenger and use the same police that are suffering the same scourge of this country to arrest. That's why sometimes I believe you should arrest protesters, because the man, he speaks a lot of facts.
The things that are going on in Nigeria. Where is your president? Vacationing in France. People are dying in Zamfara, dying in Katsina. He said he's going on vacation.
Average Yoruba man does not want an Igbo man to try. An average Igbo man does not want a Yoruba man to try. An average Hausa man does not want an Oyibo to move.
We all know our country is corrupt and wrong and bad, and the way the Nigeria be.
Kaduna bypass will take you hours. You can drive from Lokoja to Auchi. You can't go from Auchi to Benin.
Do you know what just happened in Nepal? A small country far away from us. One day, their government just decide to say, okay, we'll ban their social platform. After that ban, the youth and the citizens of the country, they were all furious. What did they do?
We have taken unnecessary steps, a year endurance. The beauty of democracy is to have access to your leader.
Everybody, welcome back to Planbit TV News Gist and Blog. The video I'm about to talk about now, a lot of you know the protests in Nepal or Nepal. I don't know how they pronounce the name, that Nepal or Nepal. Now, the protest that is going on there, or the protests that they did over there, have scared a lot of Nigerians or Africa elites. Now, the pressure is high. The only thing I want to talk about here, if you like, get sense, if you like, not get sense, but I still want to talk about it. But first, I want to walk you guys through a series of videos. Then at the end of the day, we'll digest it, and we'll give you guys our own personal opinion. First on our list, a lot of you must have seen it or didn't see it, but let's watch how VDM reacted to the protest. At the end of the day, it will be left for you to decide that you are going to protest or not. Let's watch the video.
Alright, so by now, I believe say I don't see what thing they happen for Nepal, where the Gen Zs of Nepal came out in large number to say no to corruption and that their country must better. Now, in the quest of this, they don't carry a lot of their government officials. They beat them. Some of them, they buy them. You know, they enter government houses. They burn them. They burn a lot of things, a lot of businesses, just to make a statement that we are saying no to corruption. Now, Nepal is a country of like 25 million people, 26 million people thereabouts. It'd be like, if you just, in short, Lagos State, it just be like Lagos population. Now, these people came out in large number to say no to corruption. Now, how did this whole thing start? It started with some activists for their country. When they tweet, they talk about corruption of the government. Now, what is the part of the corruption where they talk about? They say their government officials, they send their children go abroad. They go school. Their children, they enjoy. Their children, they post on social media. They enjoy their lives. Why them? Citizens of Nepal, they suffer. Say, may the government do something about them. Now, instead of the government to tackle the situation, the government say, okay, now this social media, they make them talk. Why are they exposing our corruption? Just like within Nigerian government, they do right now. So they decided that they were going to ban social media. When they ban social media, now so the youths, the Gen Zs, enter streets. Say, no, you cannot ban social media. They started protesting. And because of the large numbers, the government instructed police to throw tear gas. They throw tear gas at them and all those things, trying to get them, to scare them to go back. It can lead to the buying of a lot of persons, a lot of youths, a lot of Gen Z. So they became more angrier and they say, you know what? Fuck it, we'll go scatter everything. So they enter streets, scattered, burn businesses, you know, see Hilton, they burn, they scatter, and they take over the large part of the government. So as we speak now, currently as we speak, the country is now on curfew. As you can see, the road everywhere don't clear. So the Gen Zs, they don't go out. But they don't make their statements. So if government, they come now, any government, they come now, go act right. Now, not that a small thing where the government do now spark everything. They complain. The people, all of this is about corruption. They complain about corruption. Government say, let's ban social media so that we shut them up. Then the youth came out to say, unban social media. Then they unbanned social media because of the pressure. But guess what? While they were trying to fight for the government to unban it, They can't buy some youths. Where make the youth say, you know what? Now let's kuku end corruption. So for the media people that are reporting it that it is because they ban social media, that's why these youth are acting like this. No. They are fighting against corruption. They are fighting against bad leadership. They are fighting against embezzlement. They are fighting against leaders that are eating their future with their mouth. They are fighting against fraudulent leaders. It has nothing to do with social media. Yes, social media sparked it up. The ban of social media sparked it up. But of course, they were tired of the bad leader. Now, I went on Twitter, different Twitter influencer talking about it. You understand that this is what Nigeria need. This is what Nigeria need. Well, I agree, Loki, but can we achieve this in Nigeria? It is not really possible. And I will tell you the obstacles that will cause it. Even though Loki, I would not want to see Nigeria burn like that. But you see, I think at this point, the Nigerian government need to fear the youth. That's just the truth. The governments need to fear the youth. I know say this one how they talk now. The SSV can't carry me, but anyways. But the government needs to fear the youth. How? Now when this government don't know, say this Nepal youth, this Nepal Gen Z, if we do anyhow, they go burn country down. Problem go day. Do you understand? They will start building the country and everybody go there enjoy. Do you understand? But we have our obstacle if we try to do this in Nigeria. First things first, let's go back to Nepal. Nepal has the population of 25 million people. Let's look at the religion in Nepal. Although 81% of the people there they practice Hinduism, but we have other people, Buddhism, we have Islam, we have Kirat, we have Christianity, we have Prakriti, we have Bond, we have Sikhism, we have Jainism. Do you understand? Now let's go to the tribes. The tribes in Nepal, they have over 125 official recognized castes and ethnic group. 125 different tribes, different ethnic group, different tribes. But when this whole thing start, everybody forget their tribe. Nobody don't say, I be Hindu. Nobody don't say, I be this tribe, I be that tribe. They came out in large number to say no, because they know that the main problem, it is not their tribe and their religion. They know that the main problem is corruption by their leaders. Grow. They feel like it is the religion that is making Nigeria not grow. So for Nigeria now, you cannot have one voice because of tribe and religion. Most of these influencers on Twitter that are tweeting about all these things, see what these Gen Z don't achieve. Now still them, they push narrative, propaganda, and tribal wars in this country. Now Twitter, all those things they start from. But you see here, the youth feels like it is the tribe that is making Nigeria not. An average Yoruba man does not want an Igbo man to thrive. An average Igbo man does not want a Yoruba man to thrive. An average Hausa man does not want an Onyibo to move. I will not talk this one before they arrest me. And if they arrest me now, this same youth will come still they laugh. They will still come out and laugh. And I would not want to be arrested when the message had not spread. What is the point of being arrested? If we want to sacrifice our freedom, we should sacrifice it for youths where they don't get the understanding. Say, bro, I am Igbo, you are Yoruba, but I love you. I am Igbo, you are Hausa, but I love you. I am Hausa and you are Igbo, but I love you. I am Hausa and you are Yoruba, I love you. I am Yoruba, but Igbo man, I love you. I am Yoruba, but Hausa man, I love you. Until that starts, man, we are not going to be giving sacrifice with our freedom. Because the gospel have not yet spread. You cannot achieve anything in Nigeria unless the youth come together as one. And unless Nigerian youth sit down on social media to always preach love.
A lot of you guys heard what VDM said in that video. We'll be right back to talk about it at the end of the video. So I just want you guys to watch the whole clip first. Now, the protest in Nepal has sparked a lot of reaction in Africa, particularly in Nigeria. Our elite are scared, our activists are warming up, but they are afraid to call for a protest like that. But indirectly, a lot of them are trooping in. They don't know how to say it because of the security agency. But we will date with all those videos. I also want you guys to watch this activist, See Christ, what he also said about Nepal protest. We'll be right back.
Do you know what just happened in Nepal? A small country far away from us. One day, their government just decide to say, okay, one ban their social platform. After that ban, the youth and the citizens of the country, they were all furious. What did they do? The TikTok platform that was remaining, they used someone to organize themselves. That's all of them. Enter street from 20 years to 30 years. They stormed the street. Demanding why the government will ban their social freedom. In that process, the government tried to shut them and pursue them back home. Along the line, about 20 of them, then 100 of them were injured. But do you know what happened? Instead of these citizens to go back home, the verse everywhere scattered. People from other neighboring states, they were all pumping in. You know what they do? Because right now, it is either make the government kill all of them finish, or make the government resign. As the government say, this is not they go beyond the way they reason. You know what the government later do? The government run, lift the ban, open the platform, everything, but at that point, it was already too late. The youth said they don't even want to hear anything. Although, at first, the government was already there. Few, this will not get it, they go do. But when this thing get outrageous, the major say the prime minister, he resigned. Now, let's bring it home. If a small country with less population can rise and make their leader bow, what excuse do 200 million Nigerians have? Or are we comfortable with suffering as long as we can? Nepal is not bigger than us. My brother, my sister, this is not just about Nepal story. This is a message to every one of us. For too long, we in Nigeria have carried everybody's corruption that eats our future, leader that treat us like statistics, and a system that demands patience while giving us nothing. The difference is simple. In Nepal, the people remember that power belongs to them. They stood together. The government had no choice than to bow. Sometimes change doesn't begin with 1 million people. It begins with courage. The courage to say enough is enough. If Nepal, with their small number, can rise and shake the world, then what excuse do we 200 million Nigeria really have? This is not about violence. This is about awakening. The lesson from Nepal is clear. A government only rule the people who refuse to rule themselves. I will not tell you what to do. You will not tell me what to do. But one day, I believe one day, we will allow the government to know that we own the power, not them. We own the power. So that is what I have to say for now.
Now you have watched the video. It didn't just end with him. I also want you guys to watch this particular lady, Mama P. What she also said about this Nepal protest. We'll be right back.
Oh, they banned Instagram, Twitter, now called X, YouTube, WhatsApp, Facebook in this country called Nepal. And the Gen Z youth said never. Don't know why stuff like this excite me, but good afternoon, trenches. This video is for Nigerians. I'm going to try to be as careful as possible so I don't have the DSS running to my doorstep. But let me break it down for you guys. Not allegedly, they banned these media apps because they failed to meet certain new regulation in their country. And the Gen Z were like, wait till be that one. When that one start, wait till they happen for years. They enter streets. That's not the interesting part. Oh. These people had the guts to approach the parliament. They were marching in their numbers. Made them go ask, which law be that? Who talk on? Just like National Assembly now, like Aso Rock, you know, I'm just making comparison. I'm not saying nothing. So as they approach now, and military see, your parliament, opened fire on them. I mean the protesting youth. And do you know what? About 18 to 19 people died. 300 people injured. They opened live fire on them. Just like Lekki toll gates now, yes. This is where it gets interesting. The youth continued. I'm sure they stepped on the dead bodies while walking towards the parliament and the military. Oh yes. Every official they caught got a pound of their anger. As of today, the prime minister has resigned. Because this time they're no longer talking about social media. They're saying fuck you all. Corruption is too much. There's joblessness, economic meltdown. What's going on? Man, all of you, we don't need you anymore. No. We're not 1 year. We're not 1 year. They resigned and fled the country. The interim government that is there now has reversed all the ban. Means the ban on the social media is begging them that they will compensate the families of the disease and treat the wounded ones for free. Even with all these promises, reports has it that the youths are still mobilizing. Oh, I don't want to shout. Okay, I know some of you apes now will come and say, that's Nepal, Nigeria, we are so vast, we have many tribes. Shut them out! Just the way we have Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba. That's how they have Chetri, Brahmin, Maga. They have over 125 tribes. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Please don't say it out loud. You see the way we battle with corruption? That's the way they battle with corruption. You know, election rigging and the rest is happening there. Even climate change, flooding and the rest. I think the flooding over there has not killed up to 100 people. Unlike the Mokwa community of 600 people and plenty missing others. The way we are suffering poor healthcare, nine they suffer, to not make them they shout. But we are here murmuring, singing like bees in the comment section. Oh, I forgot to tell you people, they don't have oil here. Oh. No, they are not as rich as us. But they are stronger than us. I'm beginning now to think that when Buhari said lazy Nigerian youth, he wasn't talking about physical strength. I'm sure he was talking about mental strength. Zeal, will, determination. When I not get them. Oh, sorry. this is I've just actually come to inform you people. I don't say anything. Oh, please, yes, sir. Sorry, good evening, sir. Good afternoon, sir. sorry, sir. Oh, thank you so much for listening and God bless.
I've watched the video of an activist on how they talks about it. It ended. Now let's take it from Nepal to Nigeria. Recently, in Kebbi State, an activist recorded hospital to show to the world the dilapidated state of their hospital, how unkept their hospital are. And I want you guys to watch how Arise TV reacted to it after the state governor arrested him for speaking out. Let's watch the video.
Well, let's take the story now from Kebbi State. It's an update to a story we brought to you yesterday. In a new report from activist and journalist Dan Bello, the Kebbi State Governor, Dr. Nasiru Idris, is being accused of arresting a journalist, Hassan Maye Waya Kangiwa, who was reported to have made the shocking video showing an elderly man laying on a bed frame without a mattress in a desolate room while receiving treatment at the Kangiwa General Hospital in the state. Well, according to Dan Bello, the journalist had to run from his home due to threats, but is now in police detention. Users on social media have condemned the journalist's detention and are now demanding his immediate release. I mean, I cannot believe this story. Rufai, we took this story yesterday and we were calling for a response. But that dilapidated hospital and why they are subjecting our Nigerians to this sort of hardship. And we're hearing that this man who made the video has been arrested, Rufai.
They will not respond to you or G because there's no leadership accountability. We are running a demonstration of grace. So when citizen journalism comes into place and reveals such a thing like this, that the governor ought to do something about, they will go and follow the messenger and arrest the messenger and use the same police that are suffering the same scourge of this country to arrest. That's why sometimes I believe you should arrest protest too. Because the man, he speaks a lot of facts. That's the exact country we live in. So when you now ask the police, on what did they arrest now? They will say cyber crime charges.
What?
That's why it's...
He didn't say...
No, but they will tell you cyber crime charges. They will say it's
just showed the
They
video.
will say it's leaking state secrets. In fact, they will quote one act in a draconian military law and put the law there. Because you see, law in this country, they use it to victimize people. It's only in this country that law and courts does not catch rich and elite people. It's only the poor man. Please release that man. Oh.
Yes.
Release that man. We beg you, whoever you are as governor, and quickly attend to this. Because if we look at your state budget now, you will have budget for healthcare. But you can see people, the man is sleeping on bare metal. And that's the country we live. They will say cyber, they will fight charges again. You know the next thing they will do now, if we talk too much, the next thing they will do, you go and put charges and rush him to court.
No.
And tell the judges to hurt him. You see, that's why, plus judiciary, plus all the systems of government, plus it's a joke we run in this country. And you know what pains me the most?
Yeah.
The same people that call the military bad, that they said they fought against the military, they are the ones in power today. They are doing way worse than what the military did.
The governor was quite active with the teachers' union.
You see life? You see life? They are doing
the
way.
State
You see life? They are doing way worse than what the military is.
So I haven't seen him in the news lately, and I can't imagine that this is what is bringing him in the news.
In fact,
but we need a response.
In fact, during the military, we had activist judges. People still believe in the judiciary.
Yes.
But today, the same people that the activist judges favor them, we scrutinize and want.
All right.
The time is going.
I'm looking for the journalist. His name is Hassan. We need a report from the Kebbi State Government House, the spokesperson for the governor, because this is what Dan Bello, Hassan Kangiwa. We're demanding a report from the Kebbi State Government House on why he is being detained.
Now you watch this video. If you watch it, let's also dive in forward. I also want you guys to watch this federal government Ministry of Women Affairs. on how they have been dealing with the circumstances in their home ministry, how the workers are using their money to purchase all the necessary materials despite the federal government giving them allocation. That one particular woman, the Minister of Women Affairs, sat down on it and be eating all the money. How people are voicing out and what they are saying. I want you guys to watch it.
We don't have working tools at all. Even a piece of paper to write with, we don't have. And most of the time, you do official assignment with your personal money. She told us that she's not accountable to us. She's accountable to the president. Like we should go and meet permanent secretary with anything we need.
This woman refused to meet with the staff. We have taken unnecessary steps, a year endurance. The beauty of democracy is to have access to your leader. This woman thinks that she's more special than us. Every Nigerian on the streets is a potential president. She comes with legion of essay. She has more than 25 essays. What we want, if possible, should be posted to another ministry.
We are going somewhere. I know there are reasons I show you the Nepal video, that I'm showing you this particular video from Kebbi State, how activists were arrested, on how the federal government Ministry of Women Affairs, on how they are dealing with their own internal affairs. Now, I'm going to somewhere. Do you know recently, despite the thing that happened in Benue State, Yawata village, the insecurity is over-rising in Nigeria, and the security agency, their hands are tied. The federal government is doing nothing, and everybody is just crying like they are dying every blessed day. People can no longer go to the farm. Now, let's watch this particular video, or just as we are seeing on this screen, that the insecurity in Kogi State. People are in the streets protesting, crying to the federal government. What is going on? Why are they doing this to us? Why are the Fulani buying us and nobody is doing anything? Everybody is paying ransom in Nigeria. It becomes a business in Nigeria that you get enough, you pay the Fulani. If you don't pay, they buy your person. And that thing has escalated all over. It's all over. It's not a new trend. Hashtag pay ransom. I wouldn't want you to stop with this, but I also want you guys to watch how Sheon Kuti reacted to the Nepal. The protest that happened in Nepal, and I want you guys to watch it. We'll be right back.
Look at break down Nepal. We are not the only ones in this country. When we talk, when we want to talk, the ones who don't get internet, they will come outside, can't talk the one they want to talk. They will come talk the one they want to talk. Let's say go protest when they want to protest. Except we work with them together from the beginning. You understand? And decide on the action together. Meaning say we could not organize among ourselves only. As we organize among ourselves, we believe say we open eye, we get data. Let's carry along those ones who for streets. We don't get data, we don't get phone. Let them know what they do and how we concern them and how we can do it together. Or else, once they see say people don't show say the verse, they say the verse now, and often times than not, they are more angry than us. Say now me when they inside this house, the verse pass person when they say something inside traffic. Person wey sound and read the beat every day. As I the verse reach for Nigeria, I swear. I know the verse reach any street hawker. If you get data for your phone, you get smartphone, you go online, you comment, you catch cruise, you go out sometimes go drink, you get where you stay, you get one TV, no matter how small, you get one thing, you get one girlfriend. If you get any of these, if you get for all these things why they talk, they first 100 million of people in the verse for Nigeria. Enter first 100 million. What did I tell you? I say, if you get any of this, first 100 million of people in the verse, enter. Your verse no day for the first 100 million. If they defeat gate vexing, doctor say, please come and help me. I need money. That lie. You don't need anything. You go buy data. You this bastard. You go buy data. How do they catch you? You first go buy data. Come online. Come they tell me say you're hungry. Hungry never catch you, my guy. It doesn't hungry they catch you. I swear. No get data. Make I give you the gist of Nepal. So now see all the whole violence. So now so it be. Right, but without studying the imperialists angles and actions, we no go really see the bigger picture. You might think you are fighting for your country, while other people are using you to destroy your country. We all know our country is corrupt and wrong and bad, and the way the Nigeria be. China has an independent internet. China don't allow any Western internet tech for their own internet space. China controls their internet space. And what has it given China? It has given China the most successful internet base in the world, because they have the biggest market. And then it has allowed local Chinese developers to create world-class app that dominates the internet. TikTok is the father of social media. TikTok ni baba won. You understand? They cannot contest with TikTok. So other countries have been thinking of following this model. They start to regulate their internet space. You know, hate speech, fake news, you know, all these normal things. They wrote a letter to all the tech companies waiting for their country. Say they come open office for their country. So they must give them representative for Nepal. Where if there's a problem, this is the way you go to in Nepal. These tech companies did not have such a person to sign up to a law to bring a representative to their country. The Chinese company, TikTok, sign. Say, fine, we'll bring a representative to your country. All the American companies, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, they refuse to sign this agreement to bring a representative to the country that the people of the government can discuss to. Say Nepal wanted to build their own internet wall. Firewall, rather. They wanted to build their internet firewall to localize internet content and build their own internet. It just shows how powerful these tech companies are now in everybody's country. The same thing happened under Buhari, where Buhari banned Twitter. Nigerian youth protested that shit because Twitter refused. And when they said they don't fit topple the government, they came to an agreement. But that protest starts. So we must open our eye for these things. Do these tech companies, do we love the internet and these apps more than we love our country? Because we must understand the revolutionary underlinings. Wait till they tell this story to open our eye to. The corrupt government of Nepal is similar to our government in corruption. Widespread corruption. So once politicians don't dare for that kind of position, right? These big corporations can manipulate, because they know say the anger, that's what I first now I say, you are not among the first 100 million. Those people know the buttons to push in our society to open that anger. We in our societies, we don't have those buttons. The way these big tech have those buttons. The way these big multinational corporations. So you know what they did in Nepal? How did this protest start? Which people organized it? The American National Endowment Fund for Democracy. CIA organization. Since Nepal government announced this their plan 2 years ago, the American government has been infiltrating Nepal with millions of dollars. Training young people on how to use the internet for dissent. Training journalists. Preparing the society to their so-called aids and grants, to their so-called NGOs. So as the Nepal government was trying to make this law, these criminals were also in their country. Criminals in action, CIA. And why were they willing to do this? Why would they do this to Nepal and not to Nigeria? Nepal had a communist government. communist government in the parties in Nepal were strong. No, I want a country where social media is controlled by the people of that country. Where your country, you are the one in charge of your social media. Government is you are your government. When people they talk say government controlled, why don't you want government to control things in your life that will benefit you? But you willingly allow them to control the one in your life that harm and diminish and make you. Nobody ever says, oh, why does government control us on the road with traffic lights? Why is there traffic lights? Traffic lights is a form of control now. Yes. You don't want government control, but you want traffic lights. Why do you want traffic lights? Is government not controlling you like that? We should just allow us to be driving as we like on the road now. Everybody should just be entering the road and be driving. Why do we have driver's license?
Now, if you watch this particular video of Seun Kuti, you want to say, Seun Kuti, I can support you, you are right. But that is not what led to Nepal protests. Seun Kuti is talking about them creating their own cyber securities and none of that. No. It's not about them creating their own social media. No. What China did is different from what Nepal did. What Nepal is doing is the exact thing that Nigerian government are doing. You want to control social media. Whenever you post something, they flag it up with fact check or whatsoever, they destroy your account. That's what Nigerian government are doing. That's what Nepal were doing. When he was trying to make reference to America, America telling TikTok to create their own cybersecurity, no, that was not what America did. There's what they call database policy. In America, in France, they call the social media handle, or they call the social media company to establish their own firewall company in their country, so that the data of their own citizens remain in their country without going to other country. Like if you create an account with Instagram, maybe you are in France, in any part of the Europe country, your information, your date of birth, your information, your location, your address stays in their country. Anything you do with your social media. If you have Facebook, TikTok, and all those social media, they have access to your bank accounts. They have access, I'm telling you the fact, they have access to everything, your phone numbers, your information on your phone, they have access to it. But what this Western world did, that those assets, the thing that they have access to, stay in their country without flowing out of their country to your country, because that is where the headquarters of that social media are. That's why they tell them, establish it here. They're not doing it to control their citizens, like don't post. If you post, we block it or delete it. Now, to address that part of Seun Kuti, I wanted to talk about this at the end of the video. Let's just deal with this one. To address that part, if the Nepal elites have come out to address it to their citizens, let's say they respect their citizens that elected them into office and said, this is what is going on. Please, we want to make sure we do this. Before we do this, this is the reason we are doing this. Let everybody join hands together to fight against this imperial or whatsoever people, or those people they felt that are making their citizens. Maybe everybody will join hands together to know, TikTok, go out of our country, Instagram, go, those kind of things. But that's not what they did. Overnight, they just wake up, they just shut down the whole social media because they don't want them to post things that they are doing, like what Nigeria government are doing right now. If you have any social media, anything you post about Tinubu, they flag it up and they destroy it on your social media. And now, if Nigeria government just wake up one morning and shut down social media, you said the people should not talk. What happens if they come out to address it? These are the reason we are doing this. This is the major step we are going to take. Or call their own cyber tech people and said, okay, let's create our own social media for our people. So what Seun Kuti is saying is out of the league. The guy smokes a lot, so it affects him. It makes sense sometimes, but what he said in this video from beginning to the end is out of it. The only thing I take is that if you have 2K or 900, you buy gig, you are not supposed to beg. So I understand that part and I take that part. Now, so let's move on to the next video. I also want you guys to watch this particular video of Kenneth Okonkwo. What he said in this interview, we'll be right back.
What's going on in Nigeria? Where is your president? Vacationing in France. People are dying in Zamfara, dying in Katsina. He said he's going on vacation.
No, it was work leave.
Work
He
leave.
said work leave.
There is no place in Nigeria that you can attract tourism where you can walk. Look at what is going on with Nepal. Okay, now, our educational system, ASU is threatening to go on strike, telling you the instability in the educational system. The doctors and nurses are on strike or threatening to go on strike, telling you the instability going on in the healthcare. You just told me what is happening in the oil industry. Nupeng, this going on strike, telling you the instability in oil industry. Look at the contractors. Since 2024, they have not been paid, telling you the risk that is going on in our infrastructural development. A country that the education, the healthcare, and the infrastructure are in problem is a country in distress. We have more malnourished children now in Nigeria than in Sudan. Can't you see that a woman, the child died because she couldn't afford transport to take the child to the hospital because of malaria? People are suffering. People are dying. And this president is vacationing in Paris, wearing the best of suits, laughing at the suffering of Nigerians.
So
God should save us from APC.
Just one moment. Are you saying then that if the presidential candidate of your party, as will emerge, should clean sheet in 2027, that person will never go on leave in 4 years?
Tinubu has spent more time, almost, abroad than in Nigeria. When did he return from the last one?
That hasn't answered my question.
No. What I'm saying is, I cannot speak for any other person, but I can tell you that most serious presidents with the problems Nigeria have, I don't see them vacationing in foreign countries, promoting the tourism of that foreign countries.
I think it's a...
Now you watch this particular video, you are still not triggered about the whole thing that is happening in Nigeria. Now, let's talk more about the Kebbi state, the state of an hospital. Imagine, for example, because after they arrested that guy, now this activist came out again and make this video trying to robust and say, oh, it is not about the governor, it is not the government fault. Whose fault it is? The Minister of Health. If the Minister of Health have allocation and he refused to do anything, is it not the right of the governor to change him? He have power, is the superior of the state, the first citizen. He have the autonomy to change whoever or to hold them accountable or to hand over them to the EFCC. But they will not do that. Why would they do that? But I want you guys to watch this video.
Yo, what's up, Watagwan? Ku kalli wannan bidiyon da kyau. Wannan asibitin Sayahaya Memorial Hospital kenan da ke jihar Kebbi. Now, I'm not going to blame the governor, saboda probably ba za su taɓa bari bidiyon nan ya tafi wurin gwamna ba. Ba za ma su bari gwamnati ma ta gani ba balle ma har ta ce wani abu akai. You understand? So I'm not going to blame the governor, amma gwamnan ma za mu dawo kan shi. Now, let's talk about su management din wannan asibitin. Dan Allah ku duba mutane fa. Ku duba yadda mutane suke, patients suke zaune a cikin ruwa. Akwai soak away. Ku duba suna cikin datti da cuta. You cannot evacuate them. Idan ma an ce okay, you cannot evacuate them, ba ku da wurin da za ku kai su. Ba za ku ce masu su koma gida ba, su je ko su koma wani asibitin. You allow them to just be like that. Wai likitocin masu ce su ba su iya shiga cikin ruwan ba. Haka aka bar da wanda ake treatment, da waɗanda ake treating, da waɗanda suke kula da su, dukka ga suna zaune jibge a cikin datti. Dan Allah dan Annabi, wannan wani irin rayuwa ne. Ya kamata gwamnatin Kebbi ta ɗauki mataki akan waɗannan shugabannin asibitin nan. Da suka saka wa'annan mutanen life su in danger with all the soak away da ruwan datti da komai kun bar su a ciki suna zaune hankalin ku kwanci. Now let's go back to the government. Wannan abin da ku gani ruwa yana shiga drainage ne, ba wai fa an yi ambaliyar ruwa bane a gaba ɗaya irin a'a drainage system ne mai kyau babu a wurin, shi ne yake janyowa ruwa yake shiga cikin asibitin ya je ya kwanta duk sanda aka yi ruwa. Now for more than 3 years wannan abin ya sha faruwa. For more than 3 years executive ya haka yake faruwa kowane shekara. Babu good drainage system. Dan Allah dan Annabi, asibiti ne fa a wurin nan fa. Asibiti ne a wurin, rayukan mutane ne fa a wurin. Ni I don't know me ke damuwa da gwamnati da asibiti in anything lafiya da education kaman ba su da interest ne ko me, ni ban sani ba. Wannan wani irin rayuwa ne. Hi.
Now you have watched it. Now let's deal with it. Do you know that in Nigeria, despite all of this, these are just a little points that I pick out from this video. Despite all of this, it will still not trigger you. You heard what VDM said. VDM don't know how to call for protest because if you do, the DSS will pick him. Mama P don't know how to call for protest because if you do, DSS will pick her. And C Christ don't know how to call for protest because if you do, definitely DSS was also picking. And Peter Randy don't know how to call for protest, because if they do, definitely DSS will pick them. Now, in Nepal, the protests that happen, they don't have a leader. In Nigeria, we always want somebody to lead us in protest, as if now that person, now the hunger hope pass all of us. They don't have a unified voice. They don't have one voice, one might to speak out and say, oh, this thing, enough is enough. I make a tweet about that protest, and some of Yoruba people came out and say, oh, if you want to protest like people like this, if you want to protest, go and protest in your state. Don't involve the Yoruba people. Go to your state. Now, let the protest start in your state. Do it only in your state. These are the bigotry we are talking about in our country. When I mean tribal bigotry, these are the people. All they care about is that let their person be there. Either it did nothing. That's why you see them during their protests in 2023. They were telling you it's better an infidel Muslim to be a president of Nigeria than a Christian who is clarified and certified to be a leader. Even if not crippled Muslim, let it be there. Now, in Nigeria, I don't know why they always want somebody to call them, let's protest on Tuesday. Before you protest on Tuesday, or you say on the 27th of next month we will protest, before then, the government have contained the protest. That's why they see all of you now finish. The last protest people want to do, end bad governor protest. Do you know what Nesimike did to these people? I said, those nonchalant Nigerians, gullible Nigerians, say, you give them stadium for them to go to stadium to go and protest over there. Like, all of you go gather for stadium. Even like your current speaker go there, you go to protest. Your people are doing party. Whenever Nigerians are protesting, see them with giant pots, cooking pepper soup on Express Road. You see them carrying DJ to be, they say they are protesting, putting on DJs, skipping music and dancing. See artists performing, comedians on the streets, cracking joke, everybody's laughing. Is that how to protest? There is no place in this world, I mean, from beginning to the end, from the scratch to the root, there is no place in this world that a peaceful protest send a message to the government. When you protested in 2020, during NSAS protest, if that protest was not violent, I believe there will still have been SARS thing today. But I'm not saying that if you want to protest, you should be violent. But most of you guys, whenever you want to protest, you use that as an avenue to go and steal Indomie. Palliative is your problem. While others are protesting, some of you are stealing tomatoes and bag of rice. While others are protesting, some of you are going to ShopRite to go and steal TV. While others are protesting, some of you are using it as an avenue to go and ask a babe out. Then in the streets, catching crews. But have you ever imagined that whenever you are protesting, you leave the communal village? Because some of you go to local markets to go and steal, go to unnecessary place that the people like your mother or the father businesses there go and steal from it. But you see what these people did? They targeted the federal government house. They targeted the minister's house. They targeted the state house. Those are the key places that we as a Nigerian should protest. You cannot protest and destroy roads. These people, even when there is no protest, there is no fixed road. Talk more about the road they already fixed. You went to go and protest and destroy it. They will not do anything. They will not do it. You are protesting, you go and destroy schools. But you see these people, this prime minister wife promise or be vow or propose to them to give them $1 million. They refuse. But if it was in Nigeria, that $1 million instantly will split the group of protests. Some will say, may give us the money, may if give us the money. You see, the other ones will say, we don't agree. The protest will just split instantly. Some protecting her because of the money. But these people, they have one voice. In Nigeria, when you are protesting, they will call some other, those Aboki and some Yoruba, Oluwole Yoruba people, call them and say, take money, go and disrupt that protest. Those people are saying, we know one protest, though. Why you know one protest? They don't know why. But they are just there as a political talk to destroy the peaceful protest. Some of you, just one gunshot like this, boy, on the hair, all of you have run away. But these people, they took the life of 20 people, and that triggers them to do these disastrous things they did. During NSAS, the people I think they said it's 15, so said it's more than 15, and that was it. That was the end. Everybody ran home, and that closed the whole shutter. But imagine if that have triggered a lot of you Nigerians What concerned protest with Togate? You leave senators, House of our Assembly, you leave Honorable House, you leave all those ministers' house, you leave, you guys are not even thinking right. I'm not saying you should go and do it now because that's what those people are looking for. If you people are tired of this country and the way the government are dealing with us, just as you heard from Kenneth Okonkwo, if we are tired, we will take a drastic major decision without anybody leading us. During NSAS, they were telling us we should write our proposal to them. You will now send fast, send some macaroni, they said these are our delegates to go and represent us. Should we have a delegate? Should we have anybody to lead us during protest? We don't have a leader. That hunger is for everybody. When we are speaking out, the problem we have, don't wait for one person to lead you. Don't wait for VDN. VDN can never come for a protest because if you do, the federal government will have a reason to pin him down, and that's the end. You will never see him anymore. So if you want to protest that you are tired of this country, don't fix dates and say on the 17th of next month. That's nonsense. Everybody will just make that. You see when those Ministry of Women Affairs were protesting, Nigerians felt like it's not a problem, only the night there. When Shewore is crying for the pension of the police to be paid or to be increased, or the welfare of the police, you see, it's just like 15 people protesting. Retired soldiers are protesting. You see them up to about 15. Everybody felt it's not a problem. Will not be soldier. Oh, will not be police. Oh, will not be this one. It not concern us. It's not always concerning us until it affect us. The insecurity is happening in Kogi. Oh, it not concern the people in Nasarawa or other states. If it happen in Edo, oh, it not concern Delta. If it happen in Delta, oh, it not concern Yoruba. But imagine if it happened in Kebbi, everybody came out solidified and occupied the street to cry for the insecurity to stop. Don't you think the government will hear us? But unfortunately, will you do it? No. None of you. Not you that is watching this video. Not any one of you will come out and protest because it's happening in other states. But the whole thing is making run now. It has touched everybody. It has touched everybody. If we are waiting for the federal government to do something, they will never, ever, ever do it. But until we send a strong message, more than that of HENSAS, until you people go to the street and demand accountability, more than that of Nepal, this government will never listen to you. I'm not saying you should go and do it. I'm saying until then, Shewore have cried for revolution now. They will pick her, they will dump her for prison. Later they will release her. He come out again, revolution now. They dump her for prison. He come out again, revolution now. They felt like, oh, it's because he wants to become president. Because he knows that is the only keynote that will reform this country that we are. Until then, this government, do you know the amount of money that this government have stolen within the space of 2 years? Borrowed and borrowed and borrowed and borrowed and borrowed. Now, I just want you guys to watch this particular video of Peter Obi.
The Kaduna bypass will take you hours. You cannot go from Abuja to Lokoja. You can't drive from Lokoja to Auchi. You can't go from Auchi to Benin. The East-West Road has not been completed. You can't even drive from Benin to Sapele to Warri. You can't go from Calabar to Uyo. I can go on and on. Let's fix all this. Can't drive today from Enugu to Nsukka. You can't go from Nsukka, where we call Ubolafo, to Otugbo. Can't go from Otugbo to Makodi. These roads are in a mess. You need to fix them. So we have enough network of roads that are already existing. Same thing, Lagos, Ibadan. Can't go to Ibadan. There's places you can't go, you can't drive to. Go to Djibouti, Benin, all the. No. So why are we starting new one? And I stand by it. If I was voted into office, I told them, even in our manifesto, we're not going to start anything new. Let's fix it. And that's what I was telling you about when they talk about education, roads, everything in Anambra State.
You see the major roads in Nigeria, the federal roads that needed to be done, they did not do it. They take $12 billion to do a coastal road of 700 kilometers, and they only did 30. The money is gone, and nobody's talking. No consign us, everybody fall down. They wait for 2027. 2027, they will do it in your eyes, and you will do nothing. Until you send a strong message to the government, they will do nothing. Anyway, I rest my case here. I don't want to take it personal. All of us are in Nigeria. When you guys are tired, when all of us are tired, we speak in one voice without waiting for anybody to lead us in protest. I'm not calling for revolution, but if it comes, definitely all of us will be in the field. Until this government change, because what we are asking, we are not crying to burn down the country. That's not our plan. Our aim is for the government to change. If they refuse to change, we will occupy the streets. Peace out.